Greetings, my people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are listening from, depending on your location at the moment. I welcome each and every one of us to this broadcast of today. In the mighty name of Chukwuka Biama. I hope we go to church today. May the Almighty Chukwuka Biama bless us all. Bless our handwork and prosper us in the land of Biafra. Greetings to the Zoological People Republic of Nigeria. My people, we are about to move. Please grab your popcorn, tighten your seatbelt. We are flying to the high altitude. I will be the pilot of this affair today. Let's go straight into the news of the day. Remember the culture. Subscribe, like, let me hear your comments. Anything you think about my content that you not like, or anyone you like, please leave your comment. I will reply to you. 2023, we are having a zoological news today. BIAFRANS news will come later in the day. Please, pardon me. Nigeria needs a courageous leader. That is APC in the UK speaking. I would not be presidential candidate without APC governors. That is but Bola Ahmed Tinubu makes disclosure. Funke Akindele reveals who made her to be PDP deputy governorship candidate in Lagos State. Thousands of APC members defect to PDP in Katsina State burn their brooms. APC's Tinubu identifying his two major contenders in 2023 presidential race. We will see to that. Lagos PDP's Jandor promises to make Badagry an investment destination. You can find that in Vanguard newspaper, Daily Trust, and NigeriaNews.com. 2023, we will repay you for what you have done. Badalu tells Tinubu. Okay. 2023 presidency, what Tinubu told Nigerians about Buhari. You can find that also in Daily Trust, Vanguard, and NigeriaNews.com. 2023, PDP, Atiku will defeat Peter Obi in Anambra State. That is Governor Ifeanyi Okowa speaking. Allow your son to organize rally in Anambra or quit presidential race. Idiot Kayamo challenges Peter Obi. They will shut down their own APC group. They shut down their own. APC group speaks on biggest threat to Tinubu's presidency. We are waiting to see to that. Executive order, we were denied access to event centers in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. APC speaking. 2023, I am not competing for race or wrestling. Tinubu reacts to rumors surrounding his health. Great-grandfather, go and rest. These are our ancestors. Please go and rest. Simple. Tinubu visits Kano, donates 100 million naira to flood victims. Ado, I hear you. Babolowo. 2023 presidency, Labour Party PDP others react to Tinubu's manifesto. Let's hit the road. 6 killed as ISWAP invades Boko Haram stronghold. So let's begin our news from here. From then we can go into other news as we proceed with the broadcast. Fighters of the Islamic State in West Africa province, ISWAP, has at the weekend attacked the enclaves of Boko Haram, during which 6 of them were reported killed. Okute News gathers reports that the attack is continuation of their sustained inter-rivalry clash following the decision of the ISIS-backed ISWAP faction to pull out of Boko Haram. It was gathered that the ISWAP had in a silent operation stormed the home of Boko Haram insurgents in Gajibo, a town at 5 kilometers northeast of Maiduguri, Borno state capital, and slaughtered 6 whom they declared as infidels. An intelligence source told Zagazola Makama, a counter-insurgency expert and security analyst in Lake Chad, that the attackers also recovered 5 AK-47 rifles from the Boko Haram's terrorists. ISWAP had carried out many successful attacks against Boko Haram terrorists in its sustained force, which caused the group a huge casualty and loss of war assets. The worsening inter-rivalry clash between the jihadist group may lead them to irreversible self-destruction, as the revolting ISWAP have vowed to battle more with members of its former main body than even with the Nigerian troops. That is the news of the ISWAP attacking Boko Haram, calling them infidels. I don't know what they mean by that, but to God may have it. 6 of the Boko Harams were killed, and there are 5 AK-47 have been taken away by the ISWAP during the attack. Let them attack and kill yourself. The prayer of the innocent ones in Nigeria is really working. So I call to my people, waiting for the government now is waste of time. Let them continue their praying any way they can. Whether you are doing traditional or you are doing church own or you are doing aladura. Anywhere you can pray yourself out from the situation Nigeria find itself into, please continue doing that. I know it is sometimes it is irresponsible to say let's pray about Nigeria, because God cannot do to man what man can do to itself. The condition of Nigeria is not something that you keep calling God. It is something that government have to waken up to their duty or to their responsibility as the one we have elected to take care of the affairs of the nation. But as it stands now, it seems like the government, they are after the crude oil and the money to loot, then thereby lose-guarding the whole country to insurgents, which have been the main subject and object of the day, which have been the thing that have been ravaging the so-called Nigerian nation. As of this moment, any day you are sleeping, you sleep with the bad news, you're waking up in the bad news. In a country blessed, richly blessed with natural minerals and the rest of them. No natural disaster, nothing like earthquake, nothing like tsunami, nothing like flooding, if not this Lagdo Dam of Cameroon they just opened. Any flood that will disturb Nigeria, I never see it, because Nigeria have no anything like natural disaster. We are only blessed with natural resources, natural minerals, not natural disaster. God will make Nigeria very strong, stronger than almost all the whole country put together. But the problem we are having is bad leadership. They have really vowed that country can never be good. Well, ISWAP, you people are never killed. I never hear where you killed or abduct any head of state or what did they call them, or any governor from any state, or any local government councillor. All these ones, they are out there going with escort. Common councillor will be going with 5, 6, 7 convoys. What for? Because they refuse to do their duty. They refuse to take the responsibility of what is happening in their territory. That is how and where we find ourselves in the country called Nigeria. APC's Tinubu identified his 2 major contenders in 2023 presidential race. Hear it and hear it clear. The presidential candidate of all the ruling All Progressive Congress, APC, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has identified only 2 candidates as his major contenders in 2023 presidential race. Okute News reports and gathered that after the the registration of some political parties months ago, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) announced a total of 18 parties for the February 2023 general election, with each fielding a candidate for the presidential seat. However, Tinubu, on Sunday, through his vice presidential running mate Kashim Shettima, acknowledged having only 2 contenders in the presidential race, though the ruling party's candidate did not directly mention the names of the major contenders. His comments were a reference to recent actions and comments by People's Democratic Party (PDP) presidential candidates Atiku Abubakar and his counterpart in the Labour Party (Obi). Shettima, who represented Tinubu at the interactive session with leaders of the Tijaniya sect in Kano on Sunday, said, "Peter Obi calls Lagos home, not Ekulobia or Oka, because Asiwaju had provided a template that made Lagos the most peaceful. Lagos State now has the 5th largest economy in Africa. Tinubu will not make his stay in the Nigerian 50%. Shettima said the PDP candidate that he, Tinubu, will not divide 50% of his time in Dubai and 50% in Nigeria. Okute News gathers and understand that Shettima further made allusions to Atiku's often visit and stay in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, telling the clerics that unlike the PDP candidate, his principal will be promising total dedication. Recalling the PDP candidate's comments at the interactive session with a group of northern political leaders under the Arewa Joint Committee at Arewa House, Kaduna, Tinubu described Atiku as a divider. Tinubu, you don't come out and begin to make some nonsense statements. You went to your own people and you still make the same comment. They don't need what they need. You should deliver your 95% to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You don't need the one called Kitobi, or you don't need the one called Atiku. And now you are coming to comment where you are not the man commenting, because I know you wouldn't make such a comment whereby you have already said your own. It's only the Labour Party presidential candidate have never said vote for me because I'm Igbo, or you don't need Tinubu or Atiku, but you have made the same statement, whereby Atiku also made the same statement. So why are you coming here making a case out of nothing? Nonsense and the stupid set of people. You call it politics. What kind of stupid politics are you people playing? Look at Kettle calling Port black. Recall that article while responding to a question by the Northern elders on why the Northerners should vote for him. Replied that what the average Northerner needs is somebody who's from the Northern and also understands that part of the country and has been able to build bridges across the country. This is what the Northerner needs. It doesn't need a Yoruba or Igbo candidate. I stand before you as a pan-Nigeria of Northern origin. My dear, you are a Fulani, not a Northern origin. Okute News reports that Atiku, whose political mantra in the current election period has been that he is the unifier, received knocks from Nigerians over his statements at the Kaduna event. Atiku's controversial comments was subsequently rejected by even the organizers of the event. The Northern elders publicly disassociated themselves from the comment, and Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike has as well called on Atiku to apologize to Gafe. You are a divider. That is what Shettima is calling Atiku. In his interaction with the sect leaders today, Shettima said, between all of us running, we are three now left, isn't it? One just failed. The most important part of the examination. Are you a unifier or a divider? He said, I am from the north. You are a divider. The APC vice presidential candidates also claimed that the PDP has spent $16 billion on electricity in 16 years rule, but failed to address the situation of epileptic power supply. I am reminding you that you don't need a party who has passed 16 years and forget that electricity is the only driver of industrialization and wealth of every nation. They spent $16 billion and we are still paying for estimated meter and billing. No more. I promise to give you 100, not 50. Even Dubai, they are talking about, has only 50. So you will have it better from me than in Dubai, he added. That is what Kashim Shettima is saying. Indirectly, he is mocking Tinubu of being a citizen of Dubai, not a Nigerian. Well, that is what the news I have for us concerning the brouhaha from Shettima, vice presidential candidate to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Buhari sent message to Autumn over fresh killings in Benue. That is what we keep hearing every day. Not sending security agents, but sending message. President Muhammadu Buhari has reacted to the recent killings in Benue State, which reportedly involved herders and farmers in the affected communities. Last week, reports emerged that suspected herdsmen in broad daylight attacked Yerewata in the Guma local government area of Benue State and killed scores of people. That is the news. We sleep every day with this bad news and wake up every day with this bad news. That is what Nigeria have turned into. The Ashlands were said to have invaded the community around 1 p.m. on Wednesday and shot at people who were on their farms. In a message to the state governor, Samuel Ortom, President Muhammadu Buhari berated the event and pledged to fully support the state leader and the people of Benue with resources to investigate the latest herder farmer killings. We keep hearing this news for over 7 years now. Buhari, in a communique issued on Saturday through his spokesperson Garba Shehu, said though he had disagreed with the governor severally on political matters, the gruesome killing of citizens in the state is unacceptable. The Nigerian leader, while commiserating with the families of those killed in the recent attack, said politics must be set aside to break divisions in the interest of all citizens. My question is this: who give herders guns and who allow them to portray with guns? That is you, Buhari. That is your government. How can herders rearing cows that I know always go with the, what they call it, wood to control their cows, now went into people's farms with AK-47s? How? Why? When? I mean, who legalized those guns? Now you are sending a stupid message. Not even you send it, but through Garba Shehu. Nonsense set of people. He also sympathized with officers of the Nigerian police force and government officials who lost their lives in recent attacks in the state, saying the government will hold those responsible for the attack accountable. You are releasing Boko Haram. You are telling me you are going to hold herders. Herders you champion and give them guns. You are going to hold them accountable. It's all right. The statement read, President Muhammadu Buhari and all his administration condemned the recent attacks in Benue. No one should attack anyone because of their way of life. Neither should anyone take revenge on others for injustice done to them. Both should be held accountable for their actions and justice delivered. It is equally unacceptable for the lives of those merely practicing their duties as police officers and government officials to also be lost. The government will hold those that took those lives to account. There are many times when President Muhammadu Buhari and Governor Autumn of Benue State have disagreed politically, but today the president put all this aside to reach out to the governor to express the heartfelt condolences of the nation for what has occurred in recent days. The president pledges the full support of the federal administration in assisting him, his state government, and the people of Benue with resources to investigate what has occurred. When tragedies like this occur, we must remember first and foremost that we are all Nigerians. Politics too often gets in the way of what is best for our nation. Too often it divides us as those who have been entrusted with leadership by our citizens. We have a duty to remember that and do everything we can to break divisions and come together in the interest of all our people. This is what we keep hearing for the past 7 years that you have taken over, or 7.5 years you have taken over as president of Nigeria. Bad news on daily basis. Who championed the AK-47 that the headers are carrying up and down? It is you, Buhari, and your cohorts. They are going out there destroying farmlands, killing and maiming of our people. Yet nobody could hold them accountable. No any single header have ever been prosecuted in the history of this administration. Yet you are telling me you are going to divide all means, so bring all our sitting administration, him in his state, and Kineko. Come, what are we? I mean, where are we heading to? This country is gradually heading to land crashing, because that is what I'm seeing it, and that is the way it is. How can herders be carrying AK-47, rearing their cattle, going to people's farms? When you refuse them for their cow to destroy your farm, they will shoot you and kill you, and be raping our women on daily basis, and none have been prosecuted. Now you are blaming that is a fault between the two, that they clash. AK-47 go to clash with farmers who barely have only machete to farm in their farmland, not that they are expecting to see any fight. This country, very soon, this country is going to sink, and that is what I'm saying. And these people, they did not sink this country, they will not leave this country alone. But I pray that it does not happen. If it happens, the posterity will never forgive all of you, the Fulanis. That is what I have to tell you people. I'm signing out, my great people. Until I come your way again, I still remain your one and only Okute Daily Talk. Please subscribe to my channel, like my content, and share it to all your families, brothers and sisters, wherever they are. See you next time. Bye for now. Kemesiano.